Hello, welcome to Mad Dodge Productions. I am the Mad Libertarian. Today I did man streaming with Coffee with Comment, Redbeard, and 40 ounce. I was a wee bit late due to some prior engagement that I had forgot about until early in the morning. But I did end up making it for the last hour or so. So here's the mirror of that stream. Thank you very much, and original content will be coming out soon, and a special thanks to my only Patreon, Redbeard. Here you guys go.
Good day, everybody. Welcome to Manstreaming episode 13, where it's looking like it's going to be just the three of us again today. I don't know whose Cheerios we pissed in, but someone's not happy. 40 ounce and coffee are joining me. I'm hosting today, so 40 ounce coffee. We have anything to say?
What's up, people?
Howdy.
I need a cool little cartoon character to hide my ugly face.
The trick is that your face is the ugly cartoon character.
Touche, you cocksucker. So,
God damn it.
40's having a rough day. Should we cheer him up? Should we start it off good or with depression?
Let's just rip the fucking
I don't know.
Band-Aid off. Let's just get it over with.
Well, in that case, you guys hear about that racist eclipse that just happened?
Dude.
So, okay, here's the thing. I was actually thinking about this last night, and this actually doesn't make any fucking sense, right? This should be a good thing. It's about the black man overcoming the white man, or something like that. I don't know. You figure there'd be some symbology there or something.
Yeah, exactly. You'd think it would be some kind of symbol of them overcoming white oppression.
Yeah.
We shall overcome and shit.
It's worse than that, man. It's unfair, okay? Here's why the eclipse is unfair. The Atlantic. It comes from the Atlantic. The Atlantic's very lengthy essay on the failure of the eclipse to occur where a sufficient number of black people reside is entitled American Blackout. It clocks in at a remarkable 4,544 words and does not appear to be satire. So because it went through predominantly white areas of the country, it's racist.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, so there's not enough blacks in Oregon. There's not enough blacks in Iowa.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And, I haven't seen the full article. This is the Daily Caller, a little excerpt, but they have a link to the full article, which I said is 4,544 words.
Yes.
How do you have 4,000 words of fucking nothing?
About how the eclipse is fucking racist.
Somebody threatened his government check. That's why he wrote so much.
Oh my god, their headline is American Blackout. A tour of the solar eclipse's path reveals a nation that fought to maintain a different sort of totality. What?
These people's demands are literally fucking impossible. So fucking impossible. They're like, yeah, we want the reparations and shit. We want the reparations. Also, if you could literally move the fucking moon and sun, if you could literally move the planet and adjust the tilt of the planet, yeah, that'd be fucking great. Thanks, white man. Like, Christ, dude, I know we got to the moon, but we're not that good. Christ, man. Oh my god. That is so ridiculous.
This is literally a fucking an essay on how this is racist. Holy fuck!
This is some next level shit.
Yeah,
this is next level fucking retardation right here. We've never seen anything like this.
Came from Didn't Do You.
Didn't do you. Oh god! YouTube keeps monetizing all my shit. They're probably not. This will probably fix that.
We haven't said anything bad.
Okay, so you're absolutely positive that like this isn't something that originated from Pole or something?
No, this was published in the Atlantic.
I have the full link right here, and it's
Yeah.
yeah.
You can post it in the chat here. Hang on.
Yeah. I'll post it in the.
Because that is so fucking stupid. That is so ridiculous that it literally sounds like it came from the mouth of someone who is like on 4chan or something. Like how originally taking down the Rocky Balboa statue in Philly, how that originally started out as a joke, and now apparently it's been fucking taken out of context, and it's like 100% serious now.
Oh my god. Ah! In Kentucky, Tennessee, and eventually South Carolina, the eclipse will finally pass over Black Americans. Even here, though, the path of totality seems to mark the legacy of slavery and the persistence of segregation more than any form of inclusion. How?
Because they're getting to the back of the line, boy.
Oh my fucking god! This, I would say this is gotta be a fucking joke. Like I wouldn't believe this, but the fucking guy who is named Robert Lee, that can't fucking be an announcer now for the ESPN in Virginia because they didn't want to trigger anyone with his name. That's real, and so I don't know. I kind of just want to shut the stream down now. I think we've gone on long enough. Fucking shit, man. I never actually read this before. Jen sent me a little like snippet saying, "Oh my god, read this." And I'm like, Jen, not now. I'm having a good night. Yeah, I don't want to ruin my night yet.
No, they're completely fucking serious about this.
They're completely fucking insane. Alice Ristroff. Let's.
Yeah, I was looking for pictures of her. I was like, this will settle once and for all.
Oh, you go.
If she's serious or not.
Alice Ristroff is a professor at Brooklyn Law School. There's your first strike. Alice, I gotta see a picture.
I'm trying. I'm seeing white chicks.
Founder. Oh yes. Oh, this is her. Okay. Here's a picture because I remember someone else found her. She looks like a crazy cat lady, to be quite honest. Copy image. That's her. In the chat.
Oh yes.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? What the fuck was she actually thinking?
She has a face designed to swallow black cock. I mean, look at that.
A face designed for mixed interracial relationships.
No, specifically black cock.
I'm sorry. Pardon me.
I just don't understand how you fucking come to the conclusions this insane person does. She even writes in her own paper, the shadow of the moon doesn't care where it falls or who lives below it. This is like, right, then, sorry, why are you fucking writing about this? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
How
This
does
is so
someone
absurd.
like that become a professor?
That's even worse. She's a fucking professor?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is cool. This is cool in those circles.
Brooklyn
Whoa.
Law.
Oh my god. Why is this person allowed to live? This is ridiculous. This person literally qualifies as mentally retarded. I don't understand how this person is not put in some kind of fucking funny house.
Yeah, if you can tard rage on for 4,000 words on something as inane as this, like you seriously have problems.
4,544 words. Yes, I think that's. If this were like 100-word snippet about her opinion, the sun eclipse is racist, and everyone would just be like, "Oh, well, you're crazy, whatever, shut up, stupid." But no, she She wrote 4,544 words, so she's not crazy anymore. She's literally insane and probably needs to be locked up.
Yeah, this is literally the ramblings of a fucking mad person.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on this?
I'm
I
just
don't have
fucking
anything.
stupefied. I really don't know what to say.
I was
Okay, well.
watching Dave Cullen, Computing Forever last night on this, and he was like, so you're telling me that the solar system, which was set in motion millions of years ago, before humans ever existed,
Yeah.
is somehow racist?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Yeah, it hated you so much, it burned your skin so that you're always dark. You know, I don't know.
That sounds legit.
Yeah, but Jesus loves everyone. He just loves you just a little bit less. That's all.
Wait, but didn't you hear Jesus was a black man?
What? How racist of him? Why would he ever hate his own people? Even Jesus preferred white people, I suppose. God.
Oh, man. There's a... If you want to keep talking about retarded people, we have another one. Well, you know what?
It's like shooting fish in a barrel these days.
It is, but you know,
Or shooting tards on a short bus.
Right.
Whatever.
The slippery slope is all too real right now. And
They just make it so fucking easy.
I remember like six months, even 6 months ago, you'd be arguing with someone and you'll be like, well, what comes next? We're gonna let let people fuck their cows. And well, honestly, I'm not fucking, and then people would be like, well, that's if we let gays have gay marriage, what are people gonna do? Marry their dogs? That's the slippery slope fallacy, right? Because it just gets worse and worse from there. But it is becoming all too real. Like Trump called it, the removal of the statues. What's next? Fucking Washington, Jefferson, Rushmore. Gonna take down Rushmore.
Yeah, I wish he wouldn't have said that because it just gives them ideas.
Literally the next day, Vice had an article saying destroy Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
And it was a theoretical article. It wasn't a guy calling for action, but it was about how he wouldn't care if it was done. I'm just like, are you fucking...
That's the same as that guy in the HuffPost that was calling for left-wing violence.
Right. Yeah, Vice actually changed the name of the article because the first name of it was Let's Blow Up Mount Rushmore. And obviously that's not going to fly. So he called it Do We Even Need Mount Rushmore? Some shit like that.
What do you mean? Why is this a need? It's a work of art, basically.
Exactly. It's a fucking work of art. Just leave it be. We don't got to add on to it, We don't got to take it down. Just let it be. Great civilizations always have like these works of art that they don't touch anymore. They just have.
Mm-hmm.
It's something to remind you of the past, something your great accomplishments.
Yeah, like that great Robert E. Lee statue down there in Charlottesville. That's been there since 1920. Like, come on.
Yes, of course, I know. You should never tear down a fucking statue. I know Ukraine just tore down over 1,300 Lenin statues.
Yeah.
That's almost a different fucking story though. So, well, it is a different fucking story. But
speaking of Lenin statues, the one in Seattle
still stands. Yes, I know.
No, but
they'll keep the Lenin statue. They'll tear down other shit.
No, it was they were saying they're gonna sell it. They're gonna remove it now because of the all the posts about people coming to vandalize it, like spray painting his hands red and all that.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
It was, but it was a rescued statue that someone had bought, restored, and installed in Seattle.
Now it's just getting vandalized again.
And yeah,
Oh my
No, yeah,
god.
I've seen the statue.
Jesus, man. Wow.
Yeah, last I heard on that was that they were planning on removing it.
I don't think. Yeah. Well, I think that's stupid. Also, honestly, but none of the removals should have happened in the first place.
Oh, Seattle mayor requests removal of Lenin and Confederate statues.
Jesus.
No more statues ever.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Let's just take all the statues down. In fact, let's ban art. Let's just let's burn all the paintings.
Well, you can't
Let's
do
burn
that
all
because then 80% of college kids wouldn't have a job.
Nobody's paying them for that shit anyway.
Yeah.
Well, the degrees would be essentially useless. Not like it teaches you how to be an artist, but you get what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh, man. What the fuck? I'm actually I'm waiting for the day when we just start committing terrorist attacks against like the left will start like bombing Mount Rushmore or something. Like I'm kind of just sitting back with popcorn waiting for that day for some stupid shit to happen. I mean, the left has already come out and shot members of the GOP. That's a small step removed from actually blowing up icons or monuments or something. It's really not a far shot.
No, it's not. I mean, you already have activism where they burn buildings and stuff for like PETA or Greenpeace, shit like that.
Yeah.
So, what's taking down some rock on the side of fucking Mount Rushmore?
This is like Fahrenheit 451 shit. Have either of you ever seen the movie Equilibrium? Christian Bale, Sean Bean, some black dude.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, for a very long time, it was one of my favorite movies, right? And in the movie, it's kind of like a futuristic version of Fahrenheit 451. And this is the main character in the movie, played by Christian Bale, is a guy. He's like some kind of enforcer, right? And he goes around and like destroys contraband art and all this stuff, and people are like on these doses of this drug that's supposed to suppress your emotions. It's just like this whole statue thing is reminding me of that. It's crazy.
Doesn't he at one point get off the drug or something like that?
Yeah. It was my favorite movie because of the moment that the drug is no longer like fully in control of his emotions, and he's overcome. That is what made it my favorite movie. Like, because it's honestly, it's kind of like shitty action and whatever, but it has a great message and an emotional weight. I wonder, you know what we should do? We should do video viewings and just comment on them. And we can post them to VidMe because there's no copyright shit there. Yeah. Not
That's
talking in the chat.
Or BitChute.
Yeah, BitChute too.
BitChute's awesome. Love BitChute.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm actually curious. You guys want to talk about the Navy ships that keep crashing into civilian vessels?
Sure.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
All right. So I couldn't find the article of the first one that happened. I couldn't even remember the name of it. It was, 2 months ago? The first ship that collided?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to find the article because I wanted to find the more facts, or even the Navy press release on what actually they think happened. Because in the latest ship collision, it's the same story. They were going through the Strait of Malacca or whatever the fuck it was. So it's very tight place to be navigating. But I mean, if a fucking so it's a very tight place.
The Strait of Malacca between Indonesia and Malaysia.
Okay. I can't remember. I can't believe I remembered that fucking name. But so they're going through here, which is a very low speeds going through these straits, and when you're going through these straits, it's like almost high alert mode. Like you want, you know, because there's so much that could go wrong. You have a bunch of people like making sure you're not hitting shit.
Right.
It's common sense, you know. Any boat would be doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
But the thing that gets me is they said right before collision, this is in the Navy press release, we lost control of ship's steering. Now, that seems kind of funny that you lose control right before when you're heading towards something.
Right.
Out of all the trials that are done to make sure this shit doesn't happen, right when you're heading towards a ship, you lose. All of a sudden, the ship's steering loses control, and then they regained it shortly after collision. Yeah, that's what the release says, and they go on to state it is unclear why they were unable to use the backup manual steering methods.
Okay, so what civilian ships are they crashing into?
Well,
is it just like some
ones,
random
merchant ships?
It's not like refugee vessels.
Except the problem here was they hit the side of the Navy ship, which obviously does more damage. And they were unable to move out of the way, and it would have been their duty, apparently by sea rules, for the Navy to get the fuck out of the way, like right away type deal, depending on what side ship is on. Kind of like at a four-way stop, you know, cars go in certain orders.
Yeah.
So it would have been the Navy's call or the Navy's job to get the fuck out of the way, but they lost control of steering, and so there's a collision. Now, I wanted to find the old article because I kind of have a tinfoil hat on over this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to find out if the same thing happened, because losing control right before a collision,
That sounds like borderline sabotage almost.
yes. That or hacking.
And these ships, what kind of what significance
raw
are they?
GPS information to the ships, you know, that would of course require hacking. So, I don't know, man. That's kind of what my tinfoil hat's on tight on this one.
Yeah, something isn't adding up here.
Did they by chance mention what kind of ships they were?
Destroyers. I believe they're both destroyers, right? Destroyer collision. Yeah. So they're fairly small ships.
Yeah.
Destroyer collide. Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, so the first one was U.S. Navy destroyer collides with Japanese merchant ship. Second one was the one that just happened. They're both destroyers, yes. So that's... I don't know if that means anything, but I found the original article now, so I'm going to look at that one real quick before we close this up.
Yeah.
I want to know if they had the same
Well, I was just curious because I'm assuming each one of these ships, I'm assuming that when you are trying to steer these ships, of course, there's electronics involved. Just like any other car, there's electronics in your car and whatnot. I'm assuming that it requires the same kind of hacking system, quote unquote, to actually hack one of these destroyers, versus it might take an entirely different method to hack, say, an aircraft carrier. Due to the fact that these probably are similar ships, they probably have similar kind of softwares in them and whatnot. So this might just be some kind of blanket way to hack specifically.
Well, MC is in chat. He's saying not hacking, could have been jamming to override GPS coordinates. Yeah, that'd be possible too, I suppose.
Is there no manual steering?
There is manual steering, but they claim that, or they don't know why they were unable to go to manual steering.
Yeah, that's what makes me think it was some kind of preemptive sabotage. The fact that you literally can't physically steer your ship, that is extremely suspicious.
I don't want to fucking put on blast the sailors right now, but you know, it's possible they were away from their post or not paying attention. I mean, who knows? A combination with probably jamming or hacking or whatever. So maybe you have multiple things going wrong here.
We need to ask Sir Rydell a lot about what happened.
Sir Rydell is like, I can't make that stream, guys. Sorry. I'm real busy at work.
Out in the Pacific right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing, too, is that, I mean, if something, I don't know, I know we're just spitballing or just bullshitting here, but if anything serious like this did happen, if there was any kind of jamming, hacking, etc., the military's sure as hell not going to tell us about it. That's going to be some shit that's classified.
There's a link in the chat to watch Live Girls Now.
Well, they're getting removed.
Who was that?
Some fucking
I don't know,
spammer.
some spam bot.
Yeah. Trying to.
That's fine. I've got Pornhub. I don't need to see it live.
Actually, Scarlett, are you gonna be in there?
God damn it.
Hi, Jen. Everyone knows you're here.
Hi, Jen.
You've said it like 4 times. Oh, it was Jen. Just trying to get people to watch your cam feed. Guys, we got kids to feed. God damn it! Go tip the woman.
She's selling herself on the Onion Network.
Yeah, Onion Network whoring out.
There's a link in the Daily Stormer.
Jesus. Oh my gosh.
The original article doesn't say anything about losing control, so whatever. Tinfoil hat's still tight on my head.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of tinfoil hat, shit, I can't remember the name of the channel, but okay, so when I'm doing dishes, right, I put YouTube on my phone and leave it on full blast.
So you also
otherwise
I
can't.
You're making cakes.
Yes. Let's not feminize me over our manstreaming here.
Yeah, that's kind of a low blow.
I'm taking care of the household here. Doing my part since I'm not working, right? And there seems to be more comprehensive information, we could say, on the supposed Vanguard America Dodge Charger or Challenger crash in Charlottesville. And one of the theories posits that the reason the copter went down, okay, is because there were 2 different Challengers.
Fucking wait.
And
fucking what?
There were 2 different Challengers, and the one that crashed and whatever was not the one that was picked up where the guy was sitting where the police arrested him. And the police chopper caught this on video, and it had to go down because it caught it on video.
So, what? They just killed the same girl twice?
No.
Sorry, I'm not trying to sound like that. I'm just like.
No, there were two Challengers. There was one that actually had the guy that did the thing, and then there was one with the guy that they set up or put in as, to frame him as like a false flag for Vanguard America. Even though Vanguard America says that the Jason Fields character, dude, is now not on any of their rosters. So just tinfoil hat that I wanted to bring up since we were, breaking out the aluminum sheets here. I mean, there's something not adding up with all that shit either,
Yeah, definitely. That's weird about the fucking 2 challengers though. It's just, I don't know. That's kind of.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the name of the channel I saw that on. But it was the one. I don't know if you watch a lot of different channels, but it was the one that has the gray cat that talks instead of like showing a person or whatever. Oh, there's Mad Dodge.
There we go. Got him in. Mad Dodge, you've been a bad boy.
Redbeard's gonna suit up in his leather holster and punish you.
Something important came up this morning. I've been gone since like 7 a.m. but awake. My bad, guy.
All right, no worries.
Well, that sucks, man. Everything cool?
Yeah, nothing bad. Somebody showed up saying, "Hey, I have cash money if you do this." I was like, "Okay, I need cash money." So I've been working all morning.
No shame in that. Cash money's always good. I sometimes do work for cash money as well.
Yeah, no, don't tell the IRS, but he just handed me money. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What? Wait, you didn't pay taxes?
Taxation is theft. That's my entry.
My roads, though. My roads need to be taken care of.
It doesn't go to the roads.
Derailed whatever you guys are talking about, but
well, not quite.
We were in between topics, so it's fine.
But Redbeard, remember you getting attacked along with me about roads? You actually had my back, man.
Yeah, I know.
I still want to watch that stream again. That was fucking funny.
No, we don't need the government to repair our goddamn roads. It's stupid.
Tell me I didn't miss the ships getting hit like 3 times in the last 3 months. I really wanted to hit on that one.
Is it 3 times?
It was twice in the past 2 months. So if you want to, I guess we can have final thoughts.
I don't have anything to add on that, really.
We kind of beat it to death, man. If you want to.
Oh, damn. Okay. I'll go back and listen to what I missed.
If you want to chip in and just say something, that's fine.
I just don't think it's incompetence. I think something is actually happening here, and they're not telling us. They're calling it incompetence on purpose. Oh, yeah, we accidentally got hit. Yeah, right.
Well, I haven't seen it even been called incompetence yet. What I've read, they don't know, so they're leaving it at that, and they're going to be doing an investigation.
Okay.
So at least there's that.
Yeah, you're right. All right, I stand corrected. What are we going on to now, guys? And I am sorry for being late.
No worries.
That's fine. I guess we'll forgive you this time.
We're just all going to go mass flag your channel for racism.
We're gonna flag his channel for having statues on it.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, so did we cover the Robert Lee thing?
Briefly, I think.
Oh fuck!
Well, I know we talked about like the Washington Monument briefly and how they would like to apparently deface it, or the fucking Mount Rushmore rather.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I still have the link open here, and there's a little bit of info about it. Just because it's so fucking stupid. It's just as bad as the eclipse being racist. I kind of wanted to say something about it.
About what? You said the Washington Monument?
No, Robert Lee being forbidden from announcing a football game in
Okay.
Virginia.
What?
Because his name is Robert Lee, but he's Asian. Like a Chinese guy named Robert with the last name Lee, you know.
Dude,
What
that couldn't be any more perfect. That's fucking gorgeous.
There's
What
so
the fuck
here's
kind of
the
sick,
article.
twisted universe is this bullshit coming from?
So there's the article for people in the chat and us. And okay, so you have even MSNBC, CNBC, CNN all saying this is a drastic fucking like a fuck up, you know. They're
That's because
like,
he's
this
fucking
is-
Asian. That's why. If this is a white guy, let's face it, they'd be fucking. Their hands would be clamoring. They'd be fucking beating off and cheering them on.
Yeah. So here's a little background. By trying to avoid an embarrassing ordeal, ESPN has embarrassed itself. On Tuesday night, the network confirmed that its management moved an Asian American announcer, Robert Lee, off the University of Virginia's home opener football game simply because of the coincidence of his name. Early Tuesday, a source told CNN that Lee was abruptly switched to the Youngstown versus Pitt game. He had recently been promoted by ESPN, so the switch was a sensitive matter. That's that's really the extent of it. It's just they were doing that to avoid any. They're trying to be politically correct, and they didn't want to have the name Robert Lee heard over the announcement system or something, just in case they fucking accidentally triggered somebody. And what ended up happening, it was they now are under fire.
Yeah, it's called the Streisand effect, you morons. Try to hide something, try to suppress something, and it's going to get blown out of proportion even more than it would have been originally.
Well, and, you know, here's my thing. I think that, you know, this just proves the fact that Robert E. Lee, the fact that his last name was Lee, I think this proves that he was Asian. So to tear down his statue, that is technically a hate crime, I think.
Yeah, I think Robert. Yeah, I think he was Asian, and this is a hate crime. I think you're right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
everyone
the Confederate
Florida
States.
people are black, anyways.
Yes.
The Confederate States actually wanted Asian Aryanism. They weren't looking for slavery or anything like that. They just wanted an America of white men and waifus.
I would like to take this back down to earth real quick, but I named my son Robert Edward Lee, my last name. He actually has two middle names on purpose. He is named after Robert E. Lee.
Nice.
What the fuck? Now he can't have a job ever? Like, he's only freaking turning 4 this month in like 2 days. The poor kid will never be employable. Like,
well, I guess it's up to
what
him
is
to
going
change
on?
his name.
Yeah, shame on you.
Hell
you
no.
Yeah.
I'll disown him. He can't change his name. No.
Oh, shit. Well, right, okay, so I don't know if this is real. This is just browsing Twitter. But, so apparently there's a viral online petition to replace Jefferson Memorial with a statue of Kim Kardashian. That is...
I saw that.
Oh, my God. The fucking shame. Oh, my God, the shame, dude.
How big would the butt on that statue have to be?
It's fucking massive. Not even kidding you. Or, well, I mean, I don't know.
The picture that's shown with that is a 3D printer whatever statue. I don't think it would be what would actually be replacing a Jefferson statue. But are we serious right now? I mean, they don't appear to be serious, because if they're shipping that photo around where she's white, like completely stone blanched white, like I don't think they're really serious about this.
Oh, God.
On the Frank Rizzo statue here in Philly, right? Some of the people here are like, well, we should replace it with our Asian councilwoman here who's siding with Black Lives Matter for being a cuck and selling our city out. Because I don't want to get into a whole thing about that, but it's really pissing off the Italian Americans here in Philly, which there's a huge contingent of.
Oh, there's no mob ties over there. I mean, there is no mafia, right?
I guess we'll see if they remove that statue and paint over the mural at the Italian market. But I did want to bring up a piece of semi-fake news that I want to kind of debunk a little bit. There is an image floating around Facebook and Twitter, okay, of a statue that's broken at the ankles and laying on the ground. And what the narrative that's being pushed with this, okay, is that the statue is a guard of a Marine at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, which is technically true, but you need to realize that, number one, they have a Tomb of the Unknown Soldier like park in Longview, Texas, where this is from, and this happened in May. Okay, and no one's really even sure if it was vandalism. And second of all, there are no statues guarding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in DC. I've been there. It's just actual fucking Marines.
Yeah, actual Marines. Yeah.
So
yeah, if you
I just wanted to
anything
put
there, they'll probably fucking shoot you.
Oh, dude, I would kill someone who did it in there. I don't know. You guys have probably never been there, but I had the opportunity to visit it again the other a couple weeks ago, and it's a very powerful, somber place. And if you're going to go around and do that shit, yeah, I'd probably murder you. Like, seriously.
Well, you know the Marines wouldn't just stand there and let anything happen. Obviously.
No, well, they're guarding it for a reason, right? Anyway, I just wanted to put that little bit of fake news debunking out there, in case you see the post I'm talking about.
I have a question about the unknown soldier. Couldn't they do DNA and maybe make him the known soldier and give him his name back?
It's not a single unknown soldier.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the plaque at Thermopylae, right?
I
It's commemorating all the soldiers.
Yeah. A bunch of motherfuckers died. That's
no,
pretty much.
he's in the chat just yelling at me in his head. So yeah, I'll stop there.
So I'm just curious, did any of you guys did you find out what came of the Trump rally in Phoenix, was it?
Yeah, I was watching a little bit of the aftermath.
How bad did it get?
I saw some guy get an Antifa guy with a gas mask get his dick shot. he got a smoke canister shot directly into his dick.
Oh my god. Oh, that's fucking
Yeah. But
That's funny.
from what I was seeing, like directly after the rally, there wasn't a lot of footage of protest.
Huh. That's interesting.
Now, when I woke up this morning, and I realized that Phoenix was 2 hours behind me, but I was still up to like 5-6 a.m. Right?
Yeah.
I wasn't when I got up this morning around like 11. I started seeing a lot more video of like actual protesters.
Have you guys touched on his actual speech yet? Or
Not
just okay.
Nope, not yet.
Awesome. I didn't miss the good part. So
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of an Antifa protest, but it was boring. Mark Cernovich was doing it, and it was just them chanting stupid crap. So I was like, that's boring. And Redbeard in the Discord server was like, oh, I'm watching the speech right now. So I switched over to the speech.
I'm pretty sure I missed maybe 30 minutes of it at the very beginning, but
The main thing I saw from the little tail end that I caught, because I caught the very end, was him talking about the Trans-Pacific Partnership and NAFTA.
Yes.
And yeah, I would love to get out of those. He sounded like a libertarian at the end of that speech. If I didn't know any better.
Yeah, I can hear sticks echoing in my head. See, I told you he's moving to the center.
I'm actually surprised he hasn't done those yet. Those were some of the very first things he was talking about doing.
Yeah, well, this is thanks to Democrat and never Trumper, obstruction, really.
the TPP he withdrew the U.S. from in January, I believe.
Right.
So he doesn't have the power yet to withdraw from all these other stupid fucking little trade deals.
The way he explained it in the speech was that they have to get like there's all this bureaucratic red tape where they have to give notice, and then the other countries have to acknowledge, and then they have to like set up meeting dates and all this whatever.
Why? Say fuck off. We're done.
It's probably written into the thing. No, he wants to renegotiate. And he even said during his speech, he said, I don't think renegotiation's going to work. We're probably going to have to scrap it. That's his personal opinion, is what he was saying.
Huh.
Yeah,
He started off with a teleprompter, then he went off script. So.
Oh, and did you see him do the OK symbol? Nazi confirmed.
He does that all the time.
Yeah, he does do that all the time.
I tend to subconsciously do it when I'm like reading and I'm getting pissed.
You just,
That's funny.
wish to be like the God Emperor. That's okay.
Hey, I mean, I every time I get ice cream, it's 2 scoops now. Every time I eat steak, it's with ketchup.
Everyone you're with gets 1 scoop.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them. Yeah, they're not on your level, man.
No.
That's great. I do believe in a trade deal, we could just scrap it and then negotiate a new one, which is the way I would do it if I was him. But I'm not the president. So.
I mean, I'm sure he wants to work with Canada and Mexico. They're right next door, you know. But there's probably some really restrictive crap that's in NAFTA that cucks us, and I really don't see Trump standing for that kind of stuff. You know, if anything, we're going to be coming out on top next time. If there even is even if there is a renegotiation.
So the end of that speech was just so good. What did I miss at the beginning? Did anybody watch the whole speech?
Like
Well,
I said,
let me tell you what, though. And I'm going to be talking about this later in bullshit, but in my news roundup later today. But just seeing him walk on stage, seeing everybody like cheering him, him basically, like, hello America and all this stuff, and everybody just smiling. It kind of like erased all the bullshit for the last week and a half.
You know what this was? It was a fucking campaign trail speech. It had all the livelihood, like it was just as like vibrant and fucking playful as all the pre-presidential speeches. It was fucking awesome. It had that feel to it.
He also read off quotes about where he denounced both sides, where he read off his own quotes to the news media about his denouncements of hatred and violence at Charlottesville and all that.
And then he handed the quotes off to people in the audience.
Yeah.
Give it a quick pass around. Don't forget to pass it back up front, kids.
No, that'd be going in my fucking pocket and on the wall.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Talk through that shit. Oh, that's funny.
You know what he should have done? He should have went back and got the quotes from all these pundits they have on mainstream media saying, oh, poor white people after that guy got attacked, and dragged out of his car. And, oh, that's not racism after the Chicago attack with that poor autistic kid. That's what I would have done.
It would be nice.
Like, you think, but like I'm
Trump is trying to heal the division by not taking sides. Right? This is something Obama failed to do. Obama was like, yeah, Black Lives Matter. Yeah, all our regressive bullshit. Yay, trans people. Yay, gay people. And completely ignored the right. Now, Trump's not doing that. Both sides, that are the cause of violence are getting called out.
Yeah, that's true, but I think the media is also a cause for the escalation or the tensions. They created this racial tension out of thin air. Really, there wasn't during the Obama years. I hated Obama, but I didn't go out and beat up black people in the street because of it.
if anything, there's more racial tension now. I mean, I haven't, really talked about this, but living in the ghetto, apparently, I'm occasionally in the path of certain people of certain colors. Okay, I don't get shit. It's hi, hello, whatever. I was walking to a grocery store the other day, and I, nodded and whatever. Some black dude sitting on his stoop, and he fucking spits on the ground and looks back at me, like, you motherfucker. If there weren't three more of your compadres hanging out, we would have had words. But I'm not about to get into a scrap over your fucking bullshit.
Oh no, that's not exactly going to be a one-on-one fight either.
No.
Oh no, you're gonna be on fucking World Star getting jumped by 4 black guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't need that shit. But thank you, Black Lives Matter. Thank you, CNN. Thank you, everybody the fuck else for creating this shit where there was never a problem before.
Right. Speaking of BLM and not being problems before, this was not in our original plan for the day, but you had mentioned it in the Discord to me. The black Trump supporter in the speech, he was wearing a gods2.com t-shirt.
Yes.
Now, were you able to check out that website?
Oh my fucking god,
dude! This is some fucking. This is
some creepy little book shit.
Yeah, it is a creepy little book. Pete, if you're here, man, I hope you're here right now. Gods2.com, GODS2.com. Okay, so this guy has been a huge Trump supporter, and he apparently preaches Latino, white, and black unitement, reunitement. We can live in peace and all this. And apparently he's like doing pretty good stuff. But they talk about how the Cherokees, the Cherokees are out to like destroy us, and it's like they have this thing like against the natives. And I don't really know how to feel about that, but
it's not only Cherokees; it's also the Mormons.
Yes, the Cherokees and the Mormons. Yes. Dude, 40. This I was reading this and I was crying. Okay, because it was so fucking funny to me. So you should probably check out the site later.
Dude, no, just the fucking, I'm here already. It's like the first fucking thing I read is ISIS and Hillary race war plot to kill all blacks and white women of America with MS-13. Revelations 12:1 through 12:10. I was like, what the fuck is this? And yeah, Cherokee Democrats and Cherokee Republicans. Like, what the fuck is this? Dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you,
this is fucking gold. And there's like no substance. There's just like below that, there's like a fucking just donate button. I'm just like, what am I giving
there's
money to?
a lot of shit on that side. There's a lot of shit on that side. Don't you say there's no substance, you asshole. Don't you just downplay them. Don't discredit them.
Okay. Hold on. All right, I see. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, okay. I see all that substance now. Hey, guys, check it out. Lots of substance.
Proof. No, hold on. Proof that though you're mixed, and though you're mixed with though THO and you're mixed.
Hey, he was in a hurry.
Okay.
He was in a hurry, man. Don't fucking hate someone because they spell bad.
Fucking
don't make them any less of a person. All right.
Dude,
stop oppressing black culture.
Yeah, that's black culture you're oppressing.
Cherokees are the real KKK racist slave masters, not white Gentiles. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Okay, all right. On that note, fun fact: the Cherokee fought for the Confederacy, and they were the last ones to put down their weapons.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. No, they were Indian territory. Right. It's New Mexico now, but yeah.
Black and white Americans are the real Hebrews. This is some We Was Gangs shit, dude. This is fucking hilarious. God.
Well, there you go. Are you having a better day now, at least?
Yeah, I am actually. This is fucking funny.
Does
All
it
right.
say wash your ass right at the top of the page?
What? Wash your dick. Okay. So that was not a topic. I just wanted to fucking throw that one out to the listeners.
Yeah.
If you
That's
want
a
some
good-
entertainment, gods2.com. You can PayPal me later, or go to my Patreon for that one. Coffee originally said it, but I noticed it last night. I'm like, I bet you there's some crazy shit on that guy's shirt because he's sitting there like jumping around, being so like enthusiastic. I'm like, you don't see like a bunch of black people doing that for Trump. Some, but this guy just kind of has a look to him,
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he's wearing like a shirt with a website on it. I'm like, it's probably a fucking fucked up website. And then Coffee said something, so I'm like, all right, I guess I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it took me posting a link instead of you typing the URL in.
Yeah.
To check it out.
Exactly.
Oh shit!
If it had been more than one click, then it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
Oh, so apparently one of the gods2.com, one of their members was apparently shot and killed after being threatened about standing behind Trump holding the Blacks for Trump sign.
What?
Probably by a fucking Cherokee.
Yeah. No, I mean it legit actually does say that on the website. Nothing about Cherokees shooting them up. I mean, I don't know, with their fucking with their muskets and shit, but
I feel like I've seen that guy before at rallies, or at least the URL.
Okay, I've watched all the videos on that site, and he's been behind Trump at like fucking 15 different Trump rallies.
Really?
Yeah. He always gets like the back seat behind Trump where he could like show his signs and shit.
Fucking lurkers. Wow.
Hashtag Trump endorses gods2.com.
Yeah, that's the only logical conclusion, honestly.
You know what? And with Trump as a time traveler, he might know more than we do about it.
We went from 10 viewers to 6 when we started talking about gods2.com.
Fucking YouTube.
Yeah, fucking you. It's YouTube censorship. They kick people out. That's what it is. Clearly, it's not our shit content at all.
They've done it to us before.
Oh yeah. I know everyone in here is enjoying the shit out of this.
Oh, this is the website of that guy that was sitting behind Trump, right?
Yeah, the black dude on the left-hand side of
the only. Come on.
The only black. Okay, so yeah, this shit will never be monetized.
The fucking left cannot fucking meme. Have you guys seen the new Antifa flag by chance?
Dude, the left cannot fucking meme. We know this. Their last attempt at being funny was that chicken blow up thing, and that lasted one day.
Dude, the fucking right. So this is fucking proof that the left cannot meme, right? So I'm gonna turn my camera on. I beg forgiveness for my fucking semi-nakedness, right? Hold on, where am I?
You can't even get dressed for our fucking stream, dude. Honestly.
Dude, no. At least I'm wearing pants. You're welcome. Right. So
doubtful.
This flag right behind me. So apparently Antifa took this flag and they replaced the KEK right here with AF for Antifa, and then up in the corner they have like a little X. They literally adopted fucking 4chan Kekistani culture and modeled their flag after the
that is so not
that's cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Well, for one, it's an offense towards the Kekistani people, but and appropriation, of course. But for number two, it's just not fucking funny, which would offend the Kekistanis even more.
Do you have a picture of this?
Yeah, let me see if I can get it for you really quick. And then I'll throw it. Oh wait, I can't throw it in the fucking chat. I'll throw it in the Discord rather, actually. Let's see.
Well, no, and the funny part about that is they were trying to say the Kekistani flag was a ripoff of the Nazi flag, which
Yeah.
they didn't even get the joke. But then they
Right,
adopted it as well. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's the fucking irony.
And
Yes.
and
Your fucking mind.
it was a ripoff of
Yeah.
like one of the old Reich flags, but
I know.
that's
That's
the
why I
point.
said
Well, the
Sorry,
irony
Redbeard.
is they're actually fucking adopting it. They're
Right.
calling it fascist, but yes, let's adopt this fucking flag that is modeled after the
All right,
fucking
new
Weimar
meme.
Republic.
New meme. Take their new flag they stole and place it next to the old flag, and now spread that around. Be like, who do you follow?
Wait, what the fuck is this?
No, what we do is we take the Anafa flag and just put Pepe's face on it.
When you downloaded the picture, you need to delete that /large at the end for it to become an actual JPEG.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, so I can't even like open it in Discord. It won't let me. Oh, no, never mind. I got it. Downloaded it. Got this shit.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Now I'll do it correctly.
Okay.
Here we go.
Excellent. Yes, here we are. Redbeard down in the general chat.
And oh god, that's such a shitty flag.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Oh my god. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this and put it in.
What the fuck?
That's so bad. God damn it.
Wow.
Imager. We'll give our viewers a nice Imager link.
All right, cool. Yeah, because I want to see it too. Oh, I guess I can just open up Discord. Never mind.
Well, you know, anyone that wants to see it can join our Discord by clicking the link in the description.
Yeah.
Just saying.
There you go. Shameless plug.
Shameless fucking plug. I mean, you don't have to stay in here all the time, but if you want to come in and talk shit, then hey.
If you want to
it's a
get
good way to do it.
dogpiled every time you come online, you know, every time you turn your computer on.
Coffee likes getting dogpiled.
Guys. No.
There's your link for everyone in the chat.
Or
whatever
like
reason.
with one of my other Discord servers, the guy who runs it, you know, he gets online like these crazy hours at night, right, drunk, and then he send me texts like, get in here. I'm like, dude, my girlfriend's sleeping. Like I can't talk while she's sleeping.
That's funny.
Does she throw
it not
stuff at you? That's what my wife does to me when I piss her off. I just get hit in the back because the desk is in the middle of the living room. So she
No,
just
she
throws
just-
shit at me.
She just yells at me and gets really salty.
Here, I'm gonna post something. I'm gonna post something in our Hangouts chat really quick. It's fucking hilarious. Right. So this is an article from the Independent, UK Independent. So the headline reads: Nearly half of Israeli Jews believe in ethnic cleansing. Survey finds. How fucking hilarious is that? Almost half of Jewish Israelis believe Arabs should be, quote, expelled or transferred from Israel, the survey found. Okay, well, that's not really ethnic cleansing, I suppose, is it? That's just mass deportation. A study carried out by the Pew Research Center found that around 1 in 5 adults questioned, quote, strongly agreed with the controversial statement, which amounts to ethnic cleansing under some definitions. Okay, ethnic cleansing under some definitions. No, so ethnic cleansing under your definition, because that
Right.
is not the definition of ethnic cleansing.
I say
Okay, so
they
that's go on.
should rip down the Temple Mount or whatever, and then the Muslims will get pissed, and then they could just, you know, move in and quell the insurrection and kick them all out. There's an easy solution to their problem.
That's a final solution, really.
Yeah, you know, we're just
Hey, why not?
ripping it down and building a new church, and then they'll freak out and they're like, "Oh well, these guys are bad. We gotta get rid of them."
God, that's fucking funny.
Speaking of Israel,
Oh, Shekels. Shekel talk.
You
Shekel
want
talk.
to? You guys want to talk about the anti-boycott bill?
Yes. I'd love to.
Okay, hang on. Let me pull the article up.
Okay. This will be interesting. It's
This is from
anti-boycott. Yeah, okay. I'll let you talk.
NewYorkMag.com. 43 senators want to make it a federal crime to boycott Israeli settlements. The state of Israel maintains a military occupation of territories that were assigned international law. Palestinian residents of the occupied West Bank are subjected to discriminatory rule of a foreign army, while their Israeli neighbors enjoy full rights of citizenship. A situation that many former Israeli officials have likened to South African apartheid. 43 senators, including Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, have decided to take a latter route, as The Intercept reports. But now a group of 43 Republicans and 14 Democrats want to implement a law that would make it a felony for Americans to support the international boycott against Israel, which was launched in protest of the country's decades-old occupation of Palestine. The two primary sponsors of the bill are Democrat, blah, blah, blah. Perhaps the most shocking aspect is the punishment. Anyone guilty of violating its prohibitions will face the minimum civil penalty of $250,000, the maximum criminal penalty of $1 million and 20 years in prison.
Oh, my God.
The proposed measure, called the Israel Anti-Boycott Act, was introduced on March 23rd. The Jewish Telegraphic Agency reports that the bill was drafted with the assistance of the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. The bill's co-sponsors, blah, 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 blah. A similar bill has already attracted 234 co-sponsors in the House. The ACLU is not amused. In an official statement denouncing the bill, the Civil Liberties Group noted that businesses and individuals who do no business with Israel for purely pragmatic reasons would not be subject to criminal punishment, only those who do so on the basis of their political beliefs, which is to say, the bill would punish businesses and individuals based solely on their point of view. Such a penalty is in a direct violation of the First Amendment. So basically, if you're trying to boycott businesses along the West Bank, our fucking Congress wants to make it illegal.
Yeah, it sounds like the Alien Sedition Acts that they put out during John Adams' term as president, so way back, where if you even made fun of the president or his cabinet, you'd be arrested. But they're like, you can make fun of Thomas Jefferson all you want. Like the vice president wasn't included in the bill. It's that ridiculous to me.
It's a little messed up. I mean, I'm not cool with the Israeli conflict. You know, them keep pushing their boundaries, keep fucking around, keep shooting missiles into Palestine and whatever. I was like, would you calm the fuck down, please? Like, you just because there's just starting shit.
Yeah, it's just pure antagonism.
We're going to be on different sides of that debate because I think Israel is a sovereign country and it could do what it wants. If it wants to annex the Palestinian territories, then more power to them.
Well, I would agree with you. If you want to annex, go ahead, but don't expect everyone to just roll out the red carpet. Don't expect people to just totally roll over and agree with you.
No, but there's something called the 6 Days War where they took far more territory than that, right? And they gave part of it back.
Yeah.
And they didn't initiate the 6 Days War. They were attacked. And so any territories they took should be theirs.
I don't know. Israel's lucky they're still on the map at all, honestly. And they need to just fucking knock it off.
Well, but here's the thing. They're initiating these conflicts, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Israel is.
Yeah.
Are you sure Hezbollah isn't?
Well,
Israel's supporting this.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Oh, the bill. I was talking about the conflict itself. Go ahead, 40. It's your guys' show. I'm sorry I keep cutting you off. My bad.
Or okay, oh shit, wait, hold on, I'm confused. So you're in support, or you're in support of the bill? Or
I am
no?
opposed to the bill. I am in support of them keeping their territories.
Oh, okay. Yes, I am not in support of the bill. However, I'm not in support of them keeping their territories. Because now, here's the thing: you're totally correct about Israel has literally fought like 4 or 5 different wars ever since it was founded, and it was founded relatively recently. Then you're totally correct. If you annex these lands in, I don't want to say a defensive measure, because annexation really isn't a kind of defensive measure, but they didn't initiate the conflict, yet they still went forward and annexed these lands. And now that I'm fine with, because it's just fucking, that's the way war goes, honestly. But if you're initiating a conflict and just annexing regions like Israel is, this isn't a full-scale war. These are just relatively small skirmishes along the border with Hezbollah and Taliban and so on. But that doesn't give them the right to encroach on other people's lands.
Yeah, because it's such an unstable area, right? And they're already hated as it is. Like, I mean, this is apparently how the Armageddon begins, right? But I'm tired of seeing Israel being a fucking antagonist over there. That's how I see them, as antagonizing, and then playing the victim.
Yeah, you may be right. I haven't looked too much into Israel, other than the fact that we are their strongest ally. We supply them with a missile shield, a missile defense system, and everything else. But I do kind of like Benjamin Netanyahu. I think he's a strong guy. He won't put up with bullshit. I kind of like him.
Yeah, that's not true, though, because he's allowing the shit to continue.
Are you guys watching chat at all?
No.
No, I looked away, sorry.
Well, MC has been talking about, well, I'll go back here. Mad Dodge doesn't know about the 6-Day War. Israel is not initiating these wars. Yom Kippur was Egypt unilateral attack against Israel, was Syria attack later. The 6-Day War was Israel preemptive attack after threats by Nasser and Assad. So that was the last thing said.
You gotta love MC even going at me in the chat. Love you, MC. You asshole.
No, I'm not trying to start anything, but I'm trying to give the people in the chat voices.
Right.
So MC was talking to you and not me. So
yeah, and he's probably right. I don't know too much about the 6 Days War, but from what I did read about it, I thought they were attacked. I could be totally wrong. It's not like the Civil War that I've read for half of my life and I know a shitload about.
Mm-hmm.
So MC could be correct, and most likely is. He was probably in the military. I'm sure he knows a lot more about it than I do.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know.
But
I don't know anything about that.
So so is it MC's contention then, since you're in the chat, MC, if they annex these territories, would that be almost like Germany when they annexed Austria and countries before the war actually started?
MC says, I am not that old.
Yeah, you are, MC. Come on, you were around when Moses first took the freaking country.
There's like a fucking 20-second delay on the video and us. So that sucks. That's what I really hate about this. The chat's so far back.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, but in my mind, this is much like sorry, I'm fucking still reading. Fuck! Oh, goddamn! I totally lost my fucking train of thought. Shit on its stick.
Well, okay. Is MC saying that Israel is not the aggressor in this situation?
Well, yes,
That
I
they're
believe that's what he
defensive.
said. He said they were not starting these wars. It was, let's go back. Since you won't open a fucking separate browser window, and I gotta go back and read it for you.
I have the
Jesus
chat
fuck.
open. I'll look.
Open it. Then fine, you do it then.
Oh, right.
Okay.
So here's I personally disagree with MC if that's what he is indeed saying. That'd be like if right. So after 9/11, well, let's say we just go into we go into some random ass fucking third world sand dune, and so we walk in and say, right, so the Kandahar region is ours now. It's the 51st state of America. That'd be like the equivalency of what's going on here. Right, so some fucking monkeys across on the other side of the fence are throwing rocks and throwing bottle rockets at you and shit. And you have adequate defenses. You can repel these
There's
attacks.
a name for that. It's called chimping out.
It's called chimping out, precisely. So, but I mean, that's essentially what's going on here in my mind.
Yeah,
This is a group of rogues. It's not an official, actual state actor.
Yeah, but if they switch from bottle rockets and start throwing feces at you, don't you think you can attack back? That's kind of, like old school biological warfare, right?
Oh,
Well, that's kind of what happened in Charlottesville.
Yeah. No, and it could be some. Yeah, I don't even want to get back into Charlottesville. But let's pick with the Jews.
No, I mean honestly, if Israel's having an issue with their neighbors, they were established by the UN, so it should be the UN's fucking problem. They need to stop stop what I'm seeing as antagonizing. Honestly,
Yeah, no, and if they did,
and I'm not going to act like I know all of what's going on over there, but that's just how I see it.
and if they did annex all that territory, that would just set off another conflict, and then they would have to annex more territory. They sooner or later end up owning the whole Middle East because they all hate them.
Right.
Have you guys touched?
Let the fucking UN deal with it.
Oh, they could send in their peacekeepers who, instead of actually keeping the peace, just go around raping people like they did in Africa. So
that's cool. It's Jews. It's only Jews and Arabs anyway.
Okay. Okay. So, so moving on to the next topic. Let's see. We're only at an hour and 20 minutes.
Ezra Levant of the Rebel Media.
You want what? You want to talk about the Rebel Media? I thought we did already with Gavin and. Did we?
Didn't we do that off stream?
Oh, that was off stream. All right, go ahead. Go for it.
Well, okay. Apparently, Rebel Media is falling apart. They fired Faith Goldie after her reporting, actually stellar reporting on the ground in Charlottesville. She got on a podcast and talked to the Daily Stormer, which I'm sure all of us are aware is a shitposty white nationalist website. So she gets fired from the Rebel Media because Ezra Levant, who is a Jew, owns it and was unhappy with the fact that she decided to speak with Nazis, basically. And then there was some other shit that happened where they fired this intern, Kaylin Robertson. I don't know if Robertson's is the correct last name, but it's Kaylin spelled Caolan. And he's some kind of trans or faggot or something, I don't know. But apparently they bilked all this money from Ezra's personal fund and whatever, and I don't know. They're just going around firing everybody. And Ezra's having a shekel panic attack because he's throwing out all these shekels and everything's falling apart around him.
I said fuck it and did a really short stream last night, like 52 minutes on this subject. And I watched the podcast and everything, and she said nothing wrong in that podcast. She kind of laughed at the jokes, she giggled a couple times. And then we figured out, me and Pirate Nation, we think we figured out why he fired her. At the very end of the podcast, They go, all right, so I can't let you go, Faith, until I ask this question. Does Esri eat bacon? And she's like, well, I don't know for sure, but if you gave him some free bacon, I'm sure he might eat it. And
Oy vey.
okay, that's what got me fired right there, the bacon joke.
Wow. 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 I have nothing to say to that. What the fuck?
Isn't that a great joke, though, coming out of her mouth, too, and she's got her little pigtails, like, it's awesome.
Damn it. That's it. That is good shit.
The guy can't take a joke, apparently.
Yeah, apparently he's got a fucking wicked short temper, too.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if he just scared off all his fucking, scared off all of his, big names.
I watched it the other day. It's a channel called No Bullshit, and he did a great video on it. It's like 10, 15 minutes, I think. And he plays part of Ezra's video where he's talking about the whole debacle with the reporter guy, Kalen, that they fired. And he's just talking about all this money and how this person, his employee, run roughshod over him, demanding all this money. And I guess part of the thing that happened was that Kalen had released audio of Ezra coming over to the UK to like offer him hush money. Like, it's just a huge clusterfuck. And I was watching a Gavin McInnes thing last night because I enjoy Gavin McInnes, but I was seeing all these comments and everyone's like, dude, you need to leave Rebel Media. And I found myself posting as well. Listen, Gavin, I love your stuff, but I can't watch you anymore if you're on Rebel Media. And I'm going to stick to that too.
Well, Coffee, you're in luck. Today was his last show on Rebel Media. He is gone. And rumor has it he is going to land at InfoWars. I'm not sure, but that is the rumor I've heard on the internet.
Dude, that's what Redbeard had said earlier on the stream, and that would be fucking amazing. You think Gavin's like off the hook as he is? You just wait till he gets in Alex Jones's sphere of influence.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? What a trifecta of absolute fuckery. Paul Joseph Watson, Gavin McInnes, and fucking Alex Jones. What a legendary trio. Jesus. Oh my gosh. That'd be beautiful.
Yeah, that's almost a triumvirate, with Caesar and, another two guys. Pompey and, yeah. He has gone on InfoWars quite a bit, so him and Alex do get along. And he's not going to go back to mainstream media. He left Fox News. So where else would he land unless he created his own thing?
Yeah, well, I don't know, like, because Gavin had created his own thing. Like, he started Vice before it devolved into the shit show that it is now.
Right, he created Vice essentially. It was his channel, and then it devolved into SJW nonsense.
Yeah, after he left.
Right. Yeah. So he left. Why did he leave though?
He wanted to go off and do something else. He's kind of like an entrepreneur, right? So he'll start something. He had a magazine too. So like, you start something, get tired of it, and you move on to something else. But he's got enough money to do that.
Yeah, of course.
Start something, get tired of it, sell it off, go do something else.
Yeah. I think it's more likely that, as much as I want to fucking just like beat off at night and just imagine the three of the most glorious fucking reporters in the world to just go at it and just destroy the left. I think it's more likely he'll just go off and he'll be by himself and be an independent. I think there's more money in it for him as well if he goes that route.
For as outspoken as Alex is, he doesn't get quite as crazy as Gavin. And you also have to factor in the fact of Gavin running the Proud Boys.
But what about the goddamn water turning the frogs gay?
I mean,
I just
that's kind of
think
shit Gavin can have fun with. But that's like top level Alex Jones, but it's like mid range for Gavin.
But that was not even top level Alex Jones, because I don't know if you guys saw the article. He was correct.
Yeah.
The study came out saying he was fucking correct. So is it crazy? Maybe. But his tinfoil hat fucking paid off, I suppose.
Well, there's the meme that on a long enough timeline, Alex Jones is right about everything.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. but this wasn't like, a million years. This was like a year.
Right.
And so he was probably right the whole fucking time.
Right.
But no, that's hilarious. Fuck, Gavin and Jones. I don't know. I think they probably butt heads.
I think they're too big of personalities.
Yeah. Alex Jones needs to be the alpha at all times. And Gavin McInnes is like some pseudo alpha hipster.
Yeah.
He's like a Canadian version of an alpha.
Yeah, so Alex would eventually win every debate or argument or chest puffing exercise.
Even if that just means he's injecting super male vitality and going apeshit.
Oh yeah,
right into his fucking ball sack, and he just loses it. Hair's just shooting right off.
They need to both inject super male vitality and then go at it.
Dual and Path did a review of super male vitality.
Yeah, I kind of want some now.
No, I actually have a bottle. I bought it too. I was like, because I watch InfoWars all the fucking time. I'm like, I'll support the channel. Fucking super male vitality, I guess. Put a couple like squirts in your fucking water in the morning, take a drink.
Now,
like,
can you imagine that as a vape juice?
Oh God, you'd turn into Alex Jones, but with like green skin.
God damn it.
I don't know. Here's what I know scientifically. The stuff he puts in it does help your body to some extent. I don't know if it raises your T like he claims it does, but it might help you maintain levels of testosterone as an older man or something. That's about it. That's kind of how I feel. But I still inject a bottle of super male vitality in my veins every day.
A whole bottle.
It's a whole bottle, and yeah. That's why I healed from my surgery in 2 days.
Yeah, you've been
my
the other couple weeks
3 times as big.
Yeah, the last weeks you've actually been running marathons. You haven't been recovering. You just wanted to take some time off to do a cross country run, ski and skip-a-thon.
I've been running marathons with women in bikinis on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, with like ankle weights and shit.
Oh God, shit's actually no joke. Like weight vests, those are actually fucking shitty. I've run with those before.
Yeah. Well, it's well, yeah, we don't need to get into weightlifting, I don't think.
Oh no, that's our lifting stream. You can catch those Thursday at 2 a.m. It's very obscure, very
Thursday
underground.
2 a.m. and it's probably gonna be no one in there except you.
Yeah.
So.
Is that 2 a.m. PST?
It doesn't matter. No one will be in there.
No one watches it. I usually delete them right after I make them. You never see them. It's sad.
Almost as if they didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, usually there's crying, so.
Well, here's I think we usually cut it off at 2 hours and we have 30 minutes left. So I think we have one article left and then one maybe funny thing left, and then we'll call it a night or a day.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good.
We've gone through all our topics, but I found, except for this one actually, the Trump in Afghanistan.
Yes.
Now.
Oh yes.
So this is something we can actually seriously talk about.
Oh, I did.
See, we were going to talk about this also.
Right.
And he would like to chime in in text, of course, but.
And Trump did actually mention Antifa. We can talk about that. We could piggyback off of this first, though. I just thought that was something interesting to bring up.
Okay. So I remember watching this speech, but of course I didn't catch the whole thing, so I missed a lot. But it was kind of I think I missed like the first half, and I'm like, man, how's he justifying like going back in Afghanistan when he was against that? So here we go. Here's a Business Insider. After repeatedly criticizing the war in Afghanistan for years, President Donald Trump, in a primetime speech Monday night, said he was increasing the U.S. military presence in the country. In an address to military members in Virginia, Trump said he sympathized with Americans who were wary of war without victory, and he shared the American people's frustration with a foreign policy that spent too much time, energy, money, and most importantly, lives trying to rebuild countries in their own image. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
He also acknowledged a reversal in his decision to increase the American troop presence in a country he had previously called for the U.S. to exit. My original instinct was to pull out. And historically, there's a joke there. By the way.
Ignore it. Continue.
I couldn't even fucking do that without a laugh. Okay, I'm sorry. Juvenile humor. I'm fucking 32, and I can't laugh. Not laugh. Okay, whatever. And historically, I like following my instincts, but all of my life, I heard the decisions are much different when you sit behind the desk in the Oval Office, Trump said. So I studied Afghanistan in great detail and from every conceivable angle. After many meetings, over many months, we held our final meeting last Friday at Camp David with my cabinet and generals to complete our strategy, he said. Lamenting that he was dealt a bad and very complex hand. The president said several factors led him to implement a shift from a time-based approach to one based on conditions. This is gonna go on way too long. I need to go to the cliff notes here. It was a fucking huge article. Okay. We are not nation building again, Trump said. We are killing terrorists. Moments later, he added, we will work with allies and partners to protect our shared interests. We are not asking others to change their way of life, but to pursue common goals that allow our children to live better and safer lives. This principled realism will guide our decisions moving forward. Let's see. Actually, this isn't even talking about all the stuff I wanted to talk about. And so that's where I'm going to cut the article off. It ends shortly after, but they don't mention things like where he says, what I've done is given our military the power to, strike first, to some of the restrictions we've had that has hindered our military. We have removed those restrictions.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done as the commander-in-chief. And, I was talking with, I think, 40 or Mad Dodge about this. I'm like, what are some of the restrictions they would have? Well, one is engagement rules. You can't engage someone until there's a fucking rocket flying at your face.
Yeah, there's the classic you don't shoot until shot at rule that just bugs the shit out of me.
All of a sudden, there's a man, 200 yards away, kicking a kid out in the middle of the road and saying, run towards that tank. And so you just watch this kid run towards the tank. You're like, well, we can't kill a fucking kid. But then all of a sudden, the kid fucking blows up,
That's why you need more racists in the military.
Yeah. Well,
fuck you, Sam Niglet.
Well, here's the thing: we're so scared of being looked down upon when we really don't need to be. I don't think we need to be.
Well, we either need to fix the shit or get out, and since we can't just leave, we're gonna have to fix it, or at least attempt to.
Right. So what Trump is proposing is let's remove these restrictions so we can get the fucking job done. So this is the next step, basically. And if we can't get it done this way, well, then we probably need to pull the fuck out because we failed.
Yeah. And this is something that just bugs the shit out of me time and time again. I don't understand why people don't learn from fucking history. If you abide by the rules of conventional warfare, you will never defeat terrorism. You will never defeat terrorism. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. The tests of time.
No, there's no like Geneva Convention. There's no rules of conventional warfare with terrorists. They don't agree to that shit. This isn't a war with a civilized country, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
They behead our prisoners. They don't treat them correctly like they should. Like if we were to capture their enemies, we would treat them fairly.
Or risk the ire of SJW meltdowns.
Exactly. But they don't do that. They don't give a fuck.
No.
And that's why you can't fight them with the same rules.
Yeah. Big organized militaries, like the kind of militaries that ISIS used to be, the kind of militaries that we are. We struggle so hard. We struggle so fucking furiously against these guerrilla militias that just emerge from the thicket and just fucking fire random shots at us. We struggle with this so much due to our own inability to actually, for just a brief moment, set aside the classical rules of engagement and engage them on their own terms. And that's why large occupying armies like ours in the Middle East, that's why they consistently fall in these regions that have what we call terrorism today would be technically considered guerrilla or just hit and run tactics back in the ye old days of the
revolution, French and Indian War and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing that comes to mind in this specific region is the fact that previous conquerors, previous to Alexander the Great, they couldn't hold territories in the Middle East because these people weren't abiding by classical Western techniques of fighting. Like these people don't go out onto the battlefield and form a phalanx. No, they ride up on horses, shoot a few arrows, and run away. They harass you until you break mentally and physically. You can't fight each other on these kinds of, I don't know, you can't fight them on your terms. You have to dupe to their levels sometimes.
Yeah, or use a Moab.
Exactly. Sorry for fucking ranting. It's just such a, I don't know, such a lack of common sense, really.
Well, war is dirty, and expecting it to not be dirty is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to kill some people. It's called war.
Yeah.
All right. The libertarian has to say something. How long is long enough? We're going on 20 years in this conflict, and the nickname for Afghanistan is the graveyard of empires. How long is enough?
You know, we could fix this in one fell swoop, right?
Yeah.
Just saying. But no one wants to do that because it's not ethical or whatever.
I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, so would I.
Think of all the free glass.
all the free... Yeah, you melt sand down, it becomes glass.
Mm-hmm.
All that free glass we could harvest from nuking the Middle East.
You might have some some really great artworks, too, with these people encased in glass, you know?
Oh, especially with fossilized glass, yes.
Yeah, it would be like fucking like those people that get like left in tar and shit.
This is the most controversial episode we've ever had, by the way.
Are you sure about that?
Well,
are you sure about that?
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. That's pretty fucked up things.
MC says no nukes, use rocks, use space rocks, and then Orion says kill, kill, kill. And then MC says big space rocks.
Does this make us warmongers no better than John McCain?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm kind of sick of hearing about John McCain, to be honest.
We should put him on the front line.
That's actually, I kind of like
strap him to a nuke.
No, I mean, okay, the guy's going through health issues. Listen, He's still an American, okay?
Okay.
He's not a fucking terrorist or anything. He's still an American. He's afforded all the rights of Americans. And I don't. Well, fuck. At the same time, I want all Antifa to burn on a fucking stake. So maybe my point's invalid here. Fuck it. I'm done. Whatever.
No, I'll back you up, Redbeard. He should have all the rights as Americans, and you know what's right? He should use the right to shut the fuck up. Like, he should just go home and handle his brain tumor. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, here's something I didn't expect. MC even says John McCain fought and lost. He only knows how to lose wars.
There you go. Trump doesn't like people that were captured, so you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's true, but he is going through like mental health issues right now.
Yeah, well, he obviously can't do his job properly, and we've seen this with the inquiries with the intelligence committees, right?
Right.
He's just fucking lay down and die, and let somebody else fix his fucking mess.
I don't necessarily want him to die. I do want him to give up the position.
Yeah.
Well, that would be nice, but we know that's not going to happen.
You need to give it up, dude. You're done for by now. Live your life getting taken care of in a home or something.
Or surrounded by bitches or whatever.
Oh,
Or tie
dude,
lady
if I
boys,
had
if
his
that's your
money-
thing.
If I had his fucking money, I'd be 95 years old with my fucking crew of strippers around me at all times.
It's funny, Coffee, that you mentioned ladyboys. I mean, he was in Vietnam after all.
You know?
Yeah, I have a feeling like senators and so on, these are going to end up being like justice positions. Like, you're just going to serve until the day you die. It's gotten so fucking stupidly out of hand. In terms of like actual term limits, at least.
Right.
Oh, I would love term limits, but we were talking about Afghanistan. Don't get me into term limits.
Oh yeah, I know.
I
Me
think
too.
we can all agree on term limits, but
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would even go as far as 1 6-year term for president, and that's it. Like, I want real term limits. Just when the president's elected, he gets a 6-year term, like the Confederate Constitution said, and then that's it. You're done. And that would take care of a lot of this bullshit. And then in the Senate, let's give them 10 years. You
yeah,
know,
well,
if
our
they're
world,
do a 2-year election.
our world and our population replacement of certain jobs moves so fast. Like, why shouldn't that carry over into our legislative process? You know, you got these geezers who've been in there since like the 70s, 60s and 70s. Clearly not in touch with the current state of America.
Yeah, no, and then they pass laws, and they specifically put into the law it does not affect us. Okay, that's nice. Why don't you vote yourself a raise next month? Oh, hey, they did already last month.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why don't you go on that 6-month vacation or it's not 6 months, it's like a month or some shit. Like, why don't you go on that month-long vacation, buddy? Have fun at your private golfing resort.
yeah,
It's
and
not
our,
like a fucking commie or anything, but I don't know.
Here's what happens, right? You get term limits, okay, and you get your compensation for the 6 years, right? But that's it. You don't get a salary. You don't get like retirement, okay, and you're exempt from jury duty the rest of your life or something, okay? That's like it.
Small
That's it.
small things. Yeah, the fact that these people, like, I don't know, it boggles me how these people make millions. These people are literally fucking like millionaires. Literally, like own multiple houses.
Yeah.
But what's this? They're only supposed to make, a couple grand a year. Oh, well, fuck. I wonder where all that money came from.
Yeah, you want to talk about reparations?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about all the money you assholes have been stealing from us for years. Some of us that have been alive for the last 20, 30 years, that you have literally been stealing from ever since we were born.
well,
And well into our future with the time it's going to take us to fucking recover.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Coffee is they're not only stealing from us, but they're stealing from my grandchildren, which I don't even have yet. I mean, they're planning so far ahead.
You know, eventually you run out of time you can borrow from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
no,
pretty much all I got.
no, and term limits would do a lot to combat that, especially if one, if they had to read the laws, which Rand Paul's been talking about forever, just screaming at the top of his lungs, but that would help. And then also, if they can't exempt themselves from it, do you think Obamacare would have ever passed without that exemption? I don't.
No, they definitely need to be reading the bills, right? Why are you passing so many fucking bills that you can't read them all? You know, that should signal a bit of a problem.
Why are you passing bills that are 200 pages in length that you couldn't fucking read in general?
Well, you know what Nancy Pelosi said? We have to pass the bill to read the bill, guys. I couldn't believe she actually said that. I saw it on C-SPAN. I'm like,
yeah,
oh my god,
that was ridiculous.
That should be a lynchable offense.
It should. She's doing the entirety of America a disservice.
Should be
by saying
drawn
that.
and quartered.
There you go.
tar and feathered.
Even that, I'd be fine with that. Non-lethal, right?
Could you imagine her with tar and feathers just dancing around the Senate?
So should we close it with the last topic?
Question for you all. So Afghanistan, right? Smash
Right.
or pass?
Did you just say Afghanistan smash or pass?
Smash with fucking smash with a Moab, I suppose.
God damn it.
Pass. Bring our troops home.
Well, I think you're outnumbered here. But yeah, smash.
Manstreaming's gonna give it a smash.
Very, very quickie smash, and that's just about it. Just very briefly in a movie theater, no one else. Just very quick smash, and then you leave shamefully. That's about it.
you pull in, you pull out, you're done.
Yep.
There's a joke there about sand in the vagina. I know it's somewhere. I can't think of it though.
Yes, there
I'm not
is.
that fucking witty. I'm pretty witty. I'm not that witty.
Yeah,
So
we'll give you a half hour. We'll give you a half hour, and you can post it to Discord.
There we go. Like, oh hey guys, remember that joke? And you guys would be like, shut the fuck up. It's not funny. There we go. So shall we close it then with a little Daily Stormer?
We can do that.
Yes. Before you do, I just want to say I found something fucking hilarious. Apparently, Antifa member punched another Antifa member in the face because he thought he looked like a Nazi. All right, you may proceed. I just thought that was fucking hilarious.
Because they don't have any idea what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
None whatsoever.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a tough one. I have kids coming home in like 5 minutes, so I'm gonna have to read this and then. All right. Let's see. Top article on Daily Stormer. By the way, if you guys want to visit the Daily Stormer, the link will be in the description, and that's when my channel gets banned. By the way.
Yeah.
So, the link will be into the description for the new site. It's a onion link, meaning you need to download the Tor browser and get on there, and you can view the Daily Stormer now, all completely unrestricted. It's great, and the Onion Network, quite frankly, has become very fast compared to how it used to be. It used to take a couple minutes to load a fucking web page, and now it's almost instant. Like they've grown. But I digress. We're going to talk about the article here. Cloudflare explicitly condoning young city pedophile chat and other pedophile havens.
Ugh.
This is by Andrew England. Today. So you know what? In fact, I'm going to share the screen because there's some funny artwork. So
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this should be good. Screen share. Share. There's that. There we go. And then I'll do this. Move over here. All right. Good to go. So let me zoom in. Just for the sake of the
Yeah.
stream. So with Daily Stormer, Summer of Hate Edition. Cloudflare explicitly condoning young city pedophile chat and other pedophile havens by Andrew England. Wow, you know what? I might be a pedophile, but at least I'm not rude.
That knows.
This is like an SGW thing. Okay, so here's the deal. If you maintain absolute neutrality, as virtually all internet backbone tech companies did before last week, you are not endorsing or condemning anything. However, when you begin censoring content for moral reasons, as registrars GoDaddy, Google, and Namecheap, along with DDoS protection services Cloudflare started doing last week, you are then explicitly condoning all content you do not censor. So, before we go down, the reason we're viewing the Daily Stormer on the Onion Network, Tor, is because they were taken down by GoDaddy, their domain registrar. So they are being censored by their domain registrar. Google and Namecheap essentially do the same thing. Cloudflare is a service to help speed the loading of your site by hosting it in the cloud, but apparently they're to blame as well. Cloudflare, along with GoDaddy and Enom, is now explicitly condoning pedophile advocacy. So we have youngcity.org. This is a chat site for pedophiles, both boy and girl lovers. The site is registration only. These types of forums generally include location information on where to find your children and watch them.
Oh, God.
Okay, so it goes through the domain information and how it goes through Cloudflare, blah, blah, blah. And the registrar was Enom. WorldUnity.net, the homosexual pedophile wiki site, BoyWiki, gives this description of the site. WorldUnity.net is a new social network site, Facebookish style, created for not only boy lovers, but also other minor attracted persons, and are persons with alternative sexualities. The goal of the site is to bring the world of BL, GL, CL, diaper lover, and other alternative sexualities together in one place. The site also allows pedophiles to arrange meetup events with one another.
Ugh.
Registrar, Enom, name servers, Cloudflare. So they've done a little bit of research here. Virped, Virtuous Pedophiles, actually has its own Wikipedia page and was written up in the New York Times by Margot Kaplan. The site is different from the above two sites, which are produced by Cloudflare, as it does not openly promote sex with prepubescent children. Ostensibly, the site is designed to promote the idea that not all pedophiles are child molesters and so should not be hated by society, instead viewed as mentally ill. You can take that as what you like, but it should be put in the context that the exact same arguments were made about homosexuality before it was promoted as good and wholesome. Many, myself included, view this attempt to promote acceptance of pedophiles as victims of mental illness rather than dangerous, diseased individuals. It's a step on the road to normalizing this behavior, or the behavior. So again, it's by Cloudflare, their name servers, and registrar Enom. So, in a time when a site like the Daily Stormer is getting banned off of the internet, is it right that we have these sites remain on?
Yeah, that's fucking. You know, I mean, here's the thing. I think that they were actually banned. Fuck, I don't even know how to put it. Right, so they were banned because they broke the TOS, the terms of service. They wrote an article about Heather Hare that was defamatory, and that literally could have literally been considered breaking the law. And GoDaddy could have suffered, let's say, repercussions for that. So they would have been held liable for that, and so would have the Daily Stormer. So I can understand why they got censored, but this, I'm actually quite glad that they did this. I totally 100% condone this. I know this is a shitposty site. It's just meant to, like, you know, have a good laugh if you want to, you know, laugh at just whatever shit. But I'm actually really glad they did this. Because this is just fucking disgusting. This is the most degenerate fucking shit that you could possibly find on the internet. Normally, you would have to go to, like, the deep web. You would have to be on Tor to even find some of this stuff. But the fact that the fact that these mainstream hosting sites are actually have this content on their servers, that's fucking disgraceful. Yep. People should actively be going after these websites and trying to take them down, because they also break the law.
Well, it says here, context, right? It should be clear that discussions of pedophilia are currently viewed as protected speech, as is advocacy for the legalization of pedophilia. In fact, it is legal for men to write about places to go and look for unaccompanied children, as long as they don't advocate committing crimes against the children. And there is a lawyer blog post about that, apparently here at Source, which we can put in a... because this is not an onion link, so we can put this in the chat. So, oh god. Oh my god. All 3 of the 4 events, they're all in Oregon. All 4 events are in Oregon.
That is some bullshit. Fuck them.
Oh my god, man. Okay.
You should go to one, Mad Dodge, and do some reporting.
Yeah, with an AR-15. I mean, I would never take a gun to an event.
Well, that makes one of us.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm gonna start fucking...
Holy fuck.
I like how they're using the article, or the angle of, oh, we're just posting links. We're not actually posting, you know, the files or anything. Kind of like the argument for piracy sites like Pirate Bay.
Right.
We're just showing people. We're just talking about it. We're not actually hosting the files. We're not actually hosting the event.
This is so fucked up, though. This is like a riding the fucking fine line, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I'm mistaken that it's against the law, but it's really on the fucking fence, dude. They're just a fucking hair's length from breaking the law. They're just barely fucking skirting by, and that's what's frustrating about this.
Yeah, absolutely. And those people are disgusting. But the same argument I had about when they revoked the Daily Stormers privileges and they had to go to Onion. My argument then, and it is still, that makes it worse, because now the Daily Stormer can actively recruit groups. They could do anything they want because they're underground. So wouldn't the same
reading the Daily Stormer is not an argument for recruitment.
No. You're right. But I'm just saying, though, these people, if you shove them underground, pictures and shit and do all that other nasty shit that's already going on in the deep web. So don't you want them up to where the police are like, oh, there's a pedophile meetup in Portland. How about we go and see who shows up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe it's an unpopular opinion, but I don't believe these sites should be taken down because it's called free speech.
Right. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
And the article.
Obviously, I don't like it. Like, I love the Daily Stormer. It's fucking hilarious. But, this kind of shit, like, I find it reprehensible.
It should not be taken down, though,
Right.
As long as they don't have illegal content hosted in their own country.
Yeah, this was if I was in charge. Yes, unfortunately I have to agree. I wouldn't take it down, but I would keep a very, very a fucking hawk's eye watch on this website. And the second something fucking illegal happened, I would shut that shit down, Goyam.
Oh no, the show.
Yes,
All
absolutely.
Right. So apparently they recommend a different service here. If you don't want Cloudflare, you have an option for web hosts who view pedophile advocacy as morally wrong. If you host a website that needs DDoS protection but do not want to support companies such as Cloudflare, which actually actively condone pedophile advocacy as morally acceptable, there is an option for you: Bit Mitigate. So, apparently you can use this instead of Cloudflare if you want to spread your site out quicker to the masses.
So decentralized web hosting?
Yeah, cloud hosting for people who don't want to get fucking put into the bowl with pedophiles.
Yeah, I'm glad they posted that. Maybe you could. It's a probability that you could start up a campaign to boycott Cloudflare or something.
Perhaps.
Well, I mean, well, it's still legal to be boycotting things, I suppose.
So there's a number down here you can call Cloudflare actually, and ask them about their pedophilia tendencies.
Oh,
so
God.
The number is 1-888-993-5273.
There you go.
That's their apparently the number to speak to a manager.
I wonder how many calls they're getting today. That's all I was trying to
off the fucking chain. They probably shut the phone, unplug the phone, honestly. But
yeah, they don't want to hear that.
But that's all. That's all I have for this show.
It's a nice background.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was a good one. I subscribe to digitalblasphemy.com. A guy who's been doing 3D like space artwork and shit for since 2000, 2002.
Damn.
So I give him like $15 a year to have access to his new backgrounds. It's kind of one of those old school nerd things.
That's funny.
Even if they're not good, sometimes I don't like them, but it's still, I appreciate a guy who has experienced the internet like I have from back then.
Yeah, from back in the day. Well, sounds like we're winding down. So thank you guys for having me on, and sorry I was late.
That's all right.
That's okay. Next time there is a penalty of 10 lashings, though. So
yes, 10 lashings, of course. So if you're ever on again, 10 lashings.
Yes.
Question, Mad Dodge. I'm doing the thumbnail. Do I put you down as Mad Dodge or the Mad Libertarian?
You can just put Mad Dodge Productions if you want. That's my channel name, so it might be easier for people to come
That's
over.
what I
and
put
find
in the description. Yeah, Mad Dutch Productions.
But yeah, I missed the good topic about the battleships. I'll have to talk about that on my stream tonight. So
Yeah.
There you go, man. All right. So any final words from anyone? We need to close this out.
Look, we
I got one. Taxation is theft.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
fuck you. Get off. Get off the chat. Next.
Jews did 9/11.
Jews did 9/11. Yeah, Jews. Well, that's not all they did. But we don't have another 2 hours right now. So, Jews did. Fuck you. Fuck you. Coffee, what do you have to say?
according to Alex Jones, the WB Frog is gay.
I agree. So, that's everyone. Thanks for tuning in, Manstream 13. The link will be up and mirrored on all of our channels, so be sure to check it out and like it. And thank you very much for tuning in. Adios, guys.